What do we do when we are so moved? What do we do when we are shaken? What do we do when we experience awe? What do we do when we have the rapture of understanding? What do we do when we feel connected to something bigger than ourselves? We rage against the mutism. Silence is like a drug. You don't have to do anything, said my Angelou. Whenever she has been so moved, she stops. And then she starts to speak loudly. Instead of stay silent, she does rage, and rage with fires on her belly. She starts to articulate, verbalize, and spells out all the words that has moved her world. And why is that? Why do we try to respond to it with so much greater energy when we are decentered? How do these experiences make us loud? That reminds me of the line from Friedrich Nietzsche. It goes, "Those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music." I can't tell the difference between crazy man and me if there's no music being played around. If I cannot hear the music of the words, there's no way I articulate my fire in the belly. I can equate to her feeling too, that the urge to rage against the silence. Whenever I stumble upon the words that are exquisitely well written, I get goosebumps, I get orgasms. So I have to verbalize them to give birth to the words with meaning. I want to see the words get off of its meaning. And part of the reason I think we get loud when we are so moved is that, okay, Kevin Kelly said language is a magic mirror. Language is a magic mirror that reveals to the mind what the mind thinks, which means you never know your mind until you language them into words, whether you code your mind into verbal sound or writing a paper without putting the pen down. The point is, thinking aloud, reading aloud, writing aloud are necessary when we want to know what we are actually thinking. What's so magical about the words is that you shape the word, and then the word shapes you. Internal changes external. External changes internal. So there's like a feedback loop between language and mind. That's what Jason Silva meant by the very word you use govern your fate. You become what you say. You become what you see. So in some way, it is in our desire to be connected with something bigger than our comprehension by responding to it with the same amount of fire we can ever possibly come up with. And it is also in our desire to design our very own fate with the very word we use. Would you blame them for wanting to come alive, for wanting to transcend and crack their eggs? Put out the word, let external changes internal.